Hello and welcome to World of Warships with Montrala. Today I wanted to do something completely different than my usual videos showing a battle. I want to take you on an adventure. Some time ago, it was middle of January, I decided to try something different and to start a completely new account from scratch. So I usually play on the EU server. That's quite natural to me as I live in Poland. And I decided to start account on North American server. But what I wanted to do with this account is use it as a completely free-to-play account. So no any financial support going into this account. And also what I wanted to do was to just go straight in one tech line, to go straight from the fresh account into getting a tier 10 ship and see what it takes, how many battles it will take me, and what will be my results. Back on my EU account, as my win ratio, I'm average player with slightly over 50% win ratio over some 4,000 something battles in random and ranked. I do not have a high performance rating on the wars number side, and also my average damage is not so high, but this all involved my learning curve from my initial playing on the game, when I was more concerned about getting straight into enemy team and getting killed instantly. Now during this time I'm obviously learned a bit about the game, so of course all my current knowledge and experience, which is not making me an exceptional player so far, but helps. But this helps definitely. So I started this new account and decided, because I most enjoy playing destroyers, to start a destroyer line that I see as the universal one. So the British destroyer line. The British destroyers had from the start good guns. They do have a reasonably good torpedoes. They have a problem with stealth torpedoes on the start, on the low tier ships, because of short torpedo range and quite big detection range for them, especially with the low skill captains that are usually on this. But they have a good utility. They have lots of fast reloading smokes, so that they are like your out of jail card, especially on lower tiers when you don't have a deal with radar. And I decided I enjoy playing British destroyers. So when I first came to the game, the first battle you have is you're forced to use a co-op battles, and the first battle is mostly scripted one just to show things, and this battle goes on the tier 1 cruiser, and there is no much choice of what cruiser to use. So after I ended this battle and was able to take over the interface, I got rid of this cruiser and got myself a tier 1 ship in the British line. So now let's go to my profile and generally see how I did, and then we will. So here's the summary. So this This number is of battles is until I was able to research a tier 10 ship. As you can see, I have a 0 battles in tier 10 so far, but if we go back to port, you can see I have a daring, so this is a tier 10 destroyer, but I have no commander on it, I have no equipment, and I do not have enough silver. Actually, in the later stages of this grind, getting a silver was more difficult than getting XP to get next ship. So this is something to think about. So let's go back to my results. So I had in random battles, I had 138 random battles played. 62% of these battles were victories, so that's a quite good results with reasonable good average XP. I have my record on random battle is the 6 warships destroyed, and my average destruction ratios, that means I killed 2.6 enemy ships for each time I got sunk. And here you can see some of my records. So my record damage was 158,000 HP, potential damage 1.5 million in a destroyer, and this damaging upon spotting was in Jervis, this one was in Jutland, and my best damage to ships in random battles, it was in Lightning. So here you can see my results. So in ranked battle, so in the first random battle I had was in a tier 2 cruiser Weymouth, because in tier 1 it was in co-op battles. So I had one battle, killed 5 ships. You must take in mind, especially on non-American server, there is not many players on lower tiers, so usually low tier battles are full of bots in both teams. So basically in low tier battles you have if you just know what you are doing, it's easy farming of damage, easy farming of kills. So the real challenging play stage starts from tier 4. So then I have a tier 2. This is a Medea, the first destroyer. I had 2 battles. In one I won, in one I lost. Most warships destroyed was 6, and I destroyed 12 ships for being sunk once in this 2 battles, so that's a quite good result. As you can see, quite reasonable damage, but as I said, this is mostly fighting boats. Same on tier 3 I needed 5 battles played, so 80% of victories, also fighting boats. Somewhere along the way I got for free at the new accounts, I was getting some things for free from Wargaming from time to time, and I got a tier 3 premium, American premium cruiser Charleston. Played 12 battles on it, victorious. This play on the Charleston, they in no way supported, they didn't directly support actual greens into tier 10, but what they did provide is they did provide the credits. So I've got a credits income out of these battles, so I could spend it on my grind. So that's something to take in account. And moving to tier 4, Wakeful, 11 battles played, 73% of them victorious, and also quite reasonable maximum damage here, average damage, very good average damage here. Wakeful, it was really fun to play. Then I moved to Akasta, only needed 6 battles. Why so huge differences, except my winning ratio on Akasta was quite high. I was using the containers and the missions plus the campaigns that were run by Wargaming to get stuff like camos, flags, and also sometimes a premium time on account. So during this time that I had a premium time on my account, obviously getting exp, both credits and experience needed to move forward was easier and get faster, so it needed less battle to move to the next tier. So that is why I will talk a bit about what I was using for this a little later. And from Akasta I moved to Icarus, and Icarus was a disaster for me. It was, I don't know, maybe I was playing Icarus on bad days. It was just a string of defeats, and it was not fun to play for me. So I needed 18 games on Icarus in randoms and moved to 39% win ratio. This atrocious win ratio. Also, as you can see, my maximum damage, and my average damage on Icarus are nothing to speak. So I don't know why, because on my main account I played Icarus and I liked it. Here it didn't work for me. Then from Icarus I moved to Jervis, and with the Jervis I went back to a good win ratio. Needed 20 battles in ranked. And after Jervis the problem started that when I could afford a Lightning, I could not afford actually to outfit Lightning with anything. So we will come to this, because Lightning, this is not only random battles that we must take in account. And I have 25 random battles, 76% of them was victories. Damage to ships is quite okay. Maximum damage to ship, very good, I think. So Jervis and Lightning somehow brought me back after my problems with Icarus. And then I went to Jutland. And as you can see, with Jutland I had 38 battles played in randoms with not very good results on the win ratio, and not very good results. And what the Jutland was the situation with Jutland, it's guaranteed you run into a lot of very strong destroyers from other side. You run into radar cruisers a lot. You run into radar destroyers a lot. So that's much difficult playing tier 9. So difficulty spike goes from tier 7 to tier 8, but it's even more from tier 9. Also in tier 9 you play more tier 10 battles, and now with the new meta after the commander rework, tier 10 battles, the destroyer cannot actually count on support from the battleships or cruisers. It's very rare to get a good support. In tier 4, tier 5, tier 6, tier 7, you usually have the backup. You have some cruisers that are going just behind you, all guns blazing, and they are shooting everything you detect. You have battleships that are charging into the capture point just behind you. When you are in tier 9 or tier 10 battles, you have the dead-eye battleships that are sitting at the edge of the map, and you have and you have non-concealment build cruisers that are only interested in farming damage, not in actual supporting what is going there. So those and the random battles, but I didn't go into randoms battle only. I also had 29 battles played in the ranked battles. So my first ranked battles were in Lightning. Those battles were in the test season, at the very end, trailing end of the test season. I just managed to take 15 battles in this test season, and I started these ranked battles in Lightning with no equipment mounted, because I didn't have credits to mount any equipment on Lightning. So I have a 15 battles with 47% win ratio. That is not very good, but okay, I moved a bit. And now in the current season, so the first new reworked season ranked battle with Jutland, I actually have 14 battles played so far. So I'm now on the tier 3. Yes, I'm on the tier 3 on the rank 3 in the Bronze League. So this is because only Bronze League is going so far. And my results in Jutland, that I went into these battles with fully equipped Jutland, are much better than they were with Lightning, and also they are much better than actual I have in randoms with Jutland. So that's 71% of victories, 4 ships killed per each time I get sanked, and I have a very good results both on damage to ships done and average damage that I do. So this allowed me to get Jutland into the Daring. In here we have a 14, and here we have 38. So in 52 battles on Jutland. What I also, let's have a look on some of my achievements. So what I've managed to do on my way was 28 devastating strikes, 16 times first blood, 15 times high caliber, 9 times Confederate, 7 times Kraken Unleash, 4 times double strike, 3 times just a flesh wound. Okay, so not, those are just the ones for the newbies, for getting anything. Okay, there's one close quarter expert with secondaries on Charleston. Okay, so this is basically how my way to tier 10 looked like, and I will show a bit also what I used to go to there. So of course the thing that I used were containers, and what I was doing, I was getting containers from the daily. You have a daily 3 containers. Not on every day I got 3 containers. Actually, even when I had a premium time, I didn't have a time or possibility to maximally squeeze out this premium time. So there was days that I had a premium time and I didn't even use it. I didn't play in premium time. So in some sort, it was wasted. So if I put some more effort or time into it, probably I could do that faster. These containers, I use the containers for resources, and on my way I also got some super containers from that, and from those super containers I get some camos, get some flags. So I was using them along the way, and I was getting a call. And what I did with call was for the higher, and here is also from the containers and the missions and campaigns, I also got some doubloons. So I use these doubloons as well, because for the call I got myself an hydro module that I was moving from ship to ship, so that's increased hydroacoustic search module times. That's very good things to have on these destroyers. But I also used the coal that I get from those containers to buy containers. And what I actually was buying was a Dunkirk containers. Those containers provide with some camouflage, they provide with some signals, but they also provide with items for the Dunkirk collection. And this Dunkirk collection, when finished, it gives you a special captain. This captain is Jack Dunkirk. So this is a special captain that have two special skills, so improved skills. Also, those skills are not so important on destroyers, especially on British destroyers, maybe here, but they can have some use on cruisers. They definitely have use on the battleship, and does not have any use on aircraft carriers. But what is also good about Jack Dunkirk is that the Jack Dunkirk comes with 10 skill points. So by the time I got Jack Dunkirk, my commander that I trained over the way had only 8 skill points. So the Jack Dunkirk allowed me to go into the build that goes all the way to concealment expert. So my build for the British destroyer: preventive maintenance, last stand, survivability expert, concealment expert. The next skill actually that I took was radio location. So this is something that I definitely had a problem on when the things were getting more and more interesting and higher tiers. So that's why immediately after this I got for the radio location, then I got intra-adrenaline rush, and I have still 4 points to greens, and actually these 4 points will go into the main battery and air specialist, so to increase my guns and AA a bit, and the last remaining point I will probably put it into incoming fire alert, but not really decided what to do. It's a long way before I will get this additional. Okay. So what is also possible to get from these containers is Gallant, so British Tier 6 premium destroyer, but I didn't have luck enough. I've bought like a 30, I think, or 40 of these containers, but didn't get a Gallant, and at this point I didn't bother with getting Gallant. What I also did is I've got myself a Royal Navy destroyers container. I got 1 Royal Navy destroyers container because the first container allowed me to start a collection, and I started a collection, Royal Navy destroyers collection, and when you have opened open the collection, and this collection is active. The daily containers, so the ones you get with, for example, coal, I suggest getting those coal containers, drop items from the collection. And this collection, what it gave me Royal Navy permanent camouflage for lightning. So I will not show you this because I needed to sell all my ships, including lightning, to be able to afford to equip the Jutland. And probably if I was to sell to Jutland, of course I will be able to equip my Daring, but I can't do that until I rank out into the silver from the bronze league, because the bronze league is tier 8, tier 9. So I need to have tier 8 ship in my port to play in bronze league. Another thing I used along the way to help me go was campaigns. So there are basically two campaigns that I mostly use. The one campaign was a Science of Victory, so I used the task here to get rewards that were from this campaign, and also those tasks provided me with the rewards. You must take in mind that from each task you get rewards only once, but you can redo tasks to get stars needed to unlock the final task. Oh, this provided me with flags, provided me with camos, provided me with doubloons, provided me with premium time as well. So I did this first mission, and I also, because I started from the low ranks and this goes from the low ranks, I also went for 5 epochs of the Navy campaign, and also along the way I did a bit of the Christmas campaign. So I didn't get champagne. It was too late for me to grind that, but I managed also to grind some tasks from this campaign and get some rewards. And another thing that I used to help me move along with grinding was actually co-op battles. So I had 200 co-op battles, and as you can see on the tiers, they were mostly on the tiers 5, 6 and 7. Why? First things, I used co-op battles to help me along the way to retrain the commanders to get an experience on commander, to retrain between moving between the tiers. But for this I also used some of the Elite Commander XP that I've got from the containers and from some missions, as well as some free XP. But as you can see along the way, I have almost 250,000 of free XP, so I didn't squeeze free XP as much as I could. So I actually also maybe free XP my way to get to tier 10 faster and to retrain the captain faster. However, I used also this to grind the campaigns in the situation that allows grinding a campaign, and also I did that to grind some of the combat missions. And these combat missions, grinding these combat missions, allowed me to get Anshan. So I have a premium destroyer on the Pan-Asian line, and this makes me think that maybe the next line to grind to tier 10 on this account, maybe I can use this Anshan as my training ship and grind the Pan-Asian destroyer line, especially because it's a line that I didn't grind on my main account, so it's an opportunity to do something new. So let's have a look on my Jutland, and let's see on exterior. As you can see, I have some camos left that I got from different situations. So that was on the random battles and on ranked battles. I use every signal that I can and always both camouflage and have. When I get some special signals, those rare ones, I were also using them all. But when I was going into the co-op, I didn't use any signals at all, and I didn't use a camouflage to save the camouflages to get a maximum impact from signals and from camouflages on the random and ranked battles when you get more XP. So if they provide these bonuses actually are counted over the higher base count, so they give you more. And I didn't use camouflage, even didn't use those camouflage you can get for silver, because I was saving every silver that I could in for this purpose. That's basically how my road from zero to daring looked like, and I will post some very interesting. I have some really great battles, and for some of these battles I have a replays, I have a results, so I will post them along the time in next weeks for you to watch and enjoy. This is one more thing that also it's important. Already in playing in the lower tiers, before I've even had an access level, because those are those access levels that Wargaming puts, so the more battles you have, the more things you can see and you can do. I've got invites from some clans after some good battles that I had, including some competitive clans, and until you actually have open access to join a clan. Yeah, this is I think the clan battles is when you go, you have a notification about the clan invite, and you can go to this invite and to take it, decline it, or close it. If you close it, you cannot go back to this clan invitation because you don't have a clan access to clan in your screen. You can go around with this using direct access to clan page by being logged to the Wargaming website and then going straight to the clan, but you don't have it here on the clan. So you can see it again if you will to get next invitation, and then you go to invitation, so you can see all the pending invitations if you have any. So the clan that I that I selected to choose because I accepted invitation was the clan. With the clan that I've looked in the clan that this was not a competitive clan in the sense that it's focused that every member must put maximum effort into going and joining the ranked battles, joining the clan battles or clan brawls, and communicate on Discord all the time with voice communication and fight in division, and actually don't have a single game in division on this account so far. Mostly because I play in with time shift, it will be hard to me to coordinate with the other clan members to go into those competitive plays, as well as actually longer ping that is on by playing from Europe on North American server. That makes that sometimes when you are, for example, evading torpedo, it's you see that you evaded torpedo, but server says no, actually this torpedo is in very different position now and you get hit. Oh, this happened to me. This kind of desynchronization of the client server happened to me a few times. This in competitive play, that is a problem. So I selected a good clan. So it's a good clan with good resources, so that provides being in clan, this provides bonuses to XP, to getting coal, getting steel. So joining a clan is a thing that I also recommend. So I joined a nice clan called Sick Puppies. I liked the name of the clan very well as well, and this clan is full of, as I get from the clan chat, very nice guys, and have some very good players in this clan. So the basically what was my effort to help the clan was mostly to go into the naval battles and each weekend enable my attempts and try to provide as much stars for the naval battles for my clan that I could, having basically only one line of the ship. So that was what I could for a clan. But I'm also very grateful for those guys to invite me to join their clan, even that all they saw when they sent an invite was a basically new player with a few games behind his belts and probably surprisingly good results in those games. Oh, that's, I think, all for today. I hope that you liked this description on how to get from just starting the game on the fresh account into tier 10 without paying any money. So it was full free to play game in basically a little over a month, because this is what it took me. It took me a little over the month, but if I was able to play every day and just play to the way to take all 3 containers every day, it would be probably 3.5 weeks that it would take me to do that, because I couldn't. It was I think like a month and a week and a half to get to tier 10. So that's, I think, reasonable time to do that. So once again, I hope you enjoyed this. If you liked it, please like. If you didn't like it, dislike. Please subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.